everyone and welcome back. I am Nicole and this is Let Knit Be Sew. I'm here today with a video all about my plans for sewing a dress for my work winter, Christmas, whatever you want to call it, end of year celebratory party that's happening in December. I made a dress for it last year, so I'm really keen to make something new for this year. So yeah, let's get going, shall we? Today, just, entirely off topic because clearly not a party dress, but today I'm wearing one of my 3/4 length sleeve iris tees by Forget Me Not patterns. So you can see it's got this pleat detail in the 3/4 length sleeve and just some, I think I would call it, it's coming up a little bit burgundy on the camera, but I feel like it's more like sort of wine kind of colour. It's more pinky mulberry colour, I would say. And yeah, I'm just wearing it with a mini skirt and some tights. Okay, I thought I would show you, as obviously this time last year I wasn't putting things on YouTube, what I actually made last year, just so you can have an idea of, yeah, Christmas party dress vibes for me. So it's going to be hard to show, so I will put in some, yeah, it's going to be a bit hard to show because obviously I'm sitting down, but I will put in some pictures or video or something of it. But I made this, which is the Pauline Alice, it's either Aldaia or Aldaia, something like that. I will obviously put a link in the description box. But it is a pattern that's for jersey. It's a really cool pattern actually. It has a lot of different options for the bodice. So I have made the version which is like a wrap. So you can see it's like a faux wrap, and then it goes into the seam here. But there are several different options for the waist, sleeves, and I think even the skirt as well. So it's got a what I would call like a fit and flare kind of skater skirt here. There we go, you can see the bottom. Yeah, very much fit and flare design. And I made it in this, I'm trying to remember what it was described as on the website. It was from Pound Fabrics. It's kind of like a sort of scuba-y type, but not really. Definitely not natural fibres. But yeah, it's this gorgeous like cobalt blue with yeah, I was trying to look at the sparkles. There's like silver and blue sparkle lurex in this. Hopefully you can see. Yeah, so it's a subtle sparkle, I would say, not like OTT. But yeah, that is what I made last year. So they do have a theme for this party each year, but they're not like super strict about it. You wouldn't get like turned away at the door if you weren't dressed on theme or anything like that. It's very much a take part if you want to, if not, just come as you are, to enjoy yourself at the end of the year. So the theme for this was, I think, glitter and sparkles, or time to sparkle, or something with the word sparkle in. So it was, this was very easily fit in. But I'm going to put this to one side now. But I will pop in some pictures of the full length thing just so you can get an idea of the whole dress. Yeah, this year's theme is 70s disco, which I would say is not in my sort of comfort zone in terms of how I dress, particularly if I think of the sort of things, like gold lame, jumpsuits and stuff. Like, that's not really what I feel comfortable in. So I was having a think in terms of, how can I maybe try and do something that's a nod to the theme, but also make something that, is not going to feel like fancy dress, and is also something that I'm going to be able to wear again, because, it may surprise you to know this, but I'm not a party gal. I am not out at fancy events where you get to wear nice dresses particularly often. So, if I make something of that nature, I don't want it to be something that will only be applicable to like a certain event or a certain time of year kind of thing. I know the sparkly dresses may be more geared towards like wintry stuff, but you know, I think it works for, you know, a number of things. But yeah, it was a bit hard to think, and I was trying to think about what fabric I might want to use, particularly saying, you know, I don't want anything like OTT, gold, glittery, sparkly, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, I wasn't really sure, and I've ended up buying some fabric from Fabric Godmother, which I feel like has a balance of, it's fun, it's not necessarily, doesn't necessarily scream 1970s, but I think like I can make it work on vibes, and you know, get some big, I was having a look on Etsy the other day, and I'd seen someone was doing like sort of glittered like disco ball earrings, and I feel like, you know, you can get the theme that way without having to be, yeah, in what to me would feel a bit like fancy dress, and yeah, I wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable. So the fabric that I have bought, and I'm sure people will have seen this before from other people, is this amazing viscose crepe, jellyfish and fish and seashells and stuff. I figured, like, because it's the black base but it has got all of these like gold, so it's got like gold stars, it's like gold coins and stuff, I felt like there was kind of a nod to it being party-ish without it necessarily either screaming like Christmas, because, you know, it's a party for everybody in our organisation, so not everyone celebrates Christmas, so you know, it doesn't necessarily scream this is only for Christmas. Just, you know, it feels fun, jazzy, yeah, with a bit of yeah, like the stars feel sort of party vibes, and yeah, I also think I could wear this for something else. So obviously, if you've been watching my videos, I turned 40 last month, but obviously all of my friends that I know from school are also in the process of turning 40, so got like a 40th birthday, like a joint 40th birthday for one of them that's in like January, so I can probably wear this again then. So yes, so that is the fabric. I have 2.5 meters of it, and the pattern that I would like to make, I think, is the Deer Doe Magnolia dress, which is I'm trying to think how long this pattern's been around. It's been around a little while, not a crazy amount of time, but a fair while. And you know, there's a couple of different versions in terms of like length. There is like a full length version, which this is not enough to make the full length version, and it's also got some different like sleeve options. So the main feature is it's got like a faux, kind of like the, you know, variation on the theme with the dress I made for last year, where it's got a faux wrap. The Magnolia dress also has that, but it's obviously a woven pattern, so it's got zip and more fitted, but it does have that as a feature. So I would be making I'm trying to think where that where it comes down to. I would say it's sort of like above the knee, or maybe just on the knee version. I would probably make it so it's like slightly above the knee, because that's my preference for that kind of skirt length. And yeah, it's got a couple of sleeve options, so there's like a flutter sleeve, which is nice, and also a long sleeve. I haven't quite decided which I will go for. I think I probably have, because I'm doing the shorter length, I think I probably have enough to do either sleeve length. And if I didn't, I've probably got in my stash some just like plain black fabric that I could use for any I'm trying to think whether this has a facing or not, or something like that, but I think there's probably some pieces that are on the inside. Yeah, there's probably some pieces that are on the inside that you wouldn't see, that I could potentially do in just some plain black fabric that I have in my stash there to, yeah, make the fabric go a bit further if I came to find that I was struggling on if I decide I want to do the long yeah, if I decide I want to do the long sleeve version, I think I can find a way to make it work with the amount of fabric that I have. Yeah, so that is my plan. I'm going to need to toile it. I did toile the pattern quite a long time ago. I think maybe even with the intention of making a Christmas or occasion dress like at the time, but it was a number of years ago now, before COVID, so I definitely know that I am not the same size as I was that amount of time ago, so I will definitely need to I'll probably do a muslin toile. I don't know that I would do like a full wearable toile, because I think I might have to do a little bit of tweaking depending on how things are. So I will have to toile it properly, because like I say, it is a fitted dress, has a zip, that kind of thing. So and obviously I've got this nice fabric. I don't want to waste it or for it to go wrong because I've cut out the wrong size and it takes too much pulling around to get it into wearable form. So yes, I'm often not one for making toiles, but this time I will be. So the party is in the middle of December, so I have got a little while, not loads of time, but I've got a little while. And yes, I will probably just keep you updated on my progress, maybe in my Friday Sews catch up. But I'm thinking I might also film bits of the process whilst I'm doing it. So I might then do another one of these short videos just to show you the full process of making it, and including my toile, because people might be interested in seeing that, and maybe commiserating with me if it's terrible. But yes, that is going to be happening over the next few weeks. I've got that, and I've also got a Secret Santa gift that I'm sewing that's due. The Secret Santa giving is at the start of December, so those are my two things at the moment which have strict deadlines in terms of making them. I've obviously talked in my Friday Sews about a bunch of other plans that I have, but those are obviously not on any kind of schedule. So gift sewing I think will happen first, and then probably this, because I do need to do the toile, and as is the way, I seem to be having a lot more stuff being in the diary at weekends over the coming weeks, so that obviously cuts down on the time to sew. But I think the Magnolia dress, although it obviously is a fitted style dress, I don't feel like there's anything too complicated, and I think the bodice is the most complicated part of it. Putting in a zip, I think the skirt is pretty straightforward, so I think it will be reasonably straightforward, but I think the key will be getting the timing of doing the toile and making sure that I've got it as near to what I want in terms of fit, then and then that will pay off for making the final dress in this lovely fabric, which it's just so much fun. And there were a couple of other Fabric Godmother prints I was considering, but I think this just won on the fun vibes. Okay, thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you have enjoyed, please do consider subscribing and give me a like so that people get this video shared to them via the magic of the YouTube algorithm. I'm going to be back later in the week with another Friday Sews video, but hopefully at some point in December, probably more towards the end of December, I will have another video to share with you that hopefully, fingers crossed, will be a successful party dress that can be worn for a end of year Christmassy party, but also other occasions as well. That's the plan. All fingers crossed. All right, thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you again very soon.